You're wasting your time. Not all leadership books are good leadership books, and some actually might make you a worse leader. Today I'm going to give you a filter to help you figure out exactly which books you do want to read and which you can live without. Also might name a few to just give you something to go off of. Leading change? Let's get you started on a new habit of what you should and should not read. Let's get into it. Problem is, there's too much noise. The leadership genre is flooded with thousands of books all claiming to have the secret to success. But not all of them are grounded in real leadership principles, experience, or frameworks. A few of the books I've read have had fluff and just have no real substance. They're filled with stories that are applicable, but they don't really tell you what you need to do and how you can actually drive these things. Others are just recycled content, and really, a lot of them are just maybe not even applicable to what you're trying to do. So, what's the framework that can help you diversify and figure out which ones actually are good for you? The quote of the day is, don't read more, read better. And I have found the only way to understand if you have a problem with books is to be able to identify good versus bad. And it starts with these three categories. Number one, the overhyped pop leadership book. There are a ton of buzzwords, zero depth, feels like a TED talk just wrapped into 200 pages. Total time waste, I can tell you that. An example would be Leaders Eat Last. Although I agree with the premise, that book does absolutely nothing for me. And honestly, leave a comment if you think that that book is actually good. I didn't really care for it. And honestly, you're asking yourself why avoid it? You'll get better value from the original research than that book. Research a little more. Number two, the Guru Syndrome books. Authors presenting their ideas as the only way you can be able to do something. Usually they're driven by anecdotal references, but they're built on their personal success, but they're usually not a repeatable system. In actuality, the question is why to avoid this? It's basically because it's not repeatable and you really can't apply what they did to your life. You need skill sets. You need to understand the foundational reasons on what you need to apply to you. And if they can't describe those things, it's not going to help you. It's only going to be motivational to you, which isn't why you're reading some of these books. Which brings us to number three, the fluffy motivational books. They feel good to read. You highlight every page, but there's no real substance. Anything that has 10 seconds leadership in it is a no-go for me, because I know that it takes time and it takes patience and it takes learning and capabilities to be able to do something on any magnitude of change. These buzzwords, all these other things, they will pass away, but remember, true leadership takes practice, not platitudes. So you're saying, Keith, what can I use to find these amazing books you keep speaking of? Well, I'm glad you asked. There's a simple method called the filter method. It's an acronym and it's very easy to remember. It starts off with F for framework. Does the book offer a system or just a bunch of stories? I for impact. Will this book actually change the way I lead or make decisions? Lived experiences. Is the author a practitioner or just a writer? Timelessness. Will this book be relevant in 5, 10 years? Evidence. Is this book backed by research, case studies, or actual results? Relevance. Does it apply to your current level of leadership and context? If it fails 3 or more, skip it. There are alternatives. Do you want some books worth your time? I've got a couple. The number one that comes to my mind, Atomic Habits. James Clear is an absolute genius in the way he's laid out this book. I highly recommend this book. Now I've also got one more, Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. He's one of my favorite relevant people right now. That he's a YouTuber, but he has a lot of great content in the way you can set up systems. Honestly, this is an excellent read It has some platitudes, it has some of these things, but to me, it passed the filter method and it's worth a read. Don't just read what's popular, read what works. Comment below on the most overrated books that you've happened to stumble across on, or leadership books that you recommend. And if you want to hear more recommendations on books that I personally think are good, like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm, and I'm excited about what we're going to continue to do here in 2025. We've had a lot of growth this year, and we're looking towards the future on what we can do here. Leave me a comment if you want to hear some different types of content. Still continuing to flesh out what the Leader's Tool Chest is going to become, but it's people like you that are making a difference in the world, and I thank you again for stopping by and just continue watching the Leader's Tool Chest. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.